Number 1, you're often bored. Do you often feel bored with nothing to do and no one to hang out with? Humans are social beings. Our brains are wired for social connection. We need people to talk to, have fun, and spend quality time with. People who give us emotional support and connection and make our days more fun.
I could tolerate that. I'm a man. How another man feel and come across and yo, what the fuck you talking about? I could even tolerate that because I'm an alpha. Another alpha come across aggressive. I could tolerate that. But when you come across nasty, disgusting, can't appreciate it, belittling to other people, but not to me because
Loneliness is not just about not having any friends. It's about not having a close friend. You can talk about work or school with your colleagues or chit-chat about the weather with your neighbor, but it's also important to have someone to turn to who can help you when you're feeling down. Not having someone like that in your life can make you feel lonely.
Since he said all the other reasons of somebody having a bad disposition and basically being for lack of a better word, piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
Yeah, for lack of, I don't say they don't got no room to change or they have to. They're a piece of shit, but
yeah.
Right now, that's what you are.
Piece of shit.
Sir, welcome back to another episode of High Frequency Convo. I'm your host, as always, Wes Hunt. This is my co-host, big brother and business partner,
Just a God.
And this is the podcast where we spark blunts and conversation. This is episode 55. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I believe it.
That's crazy, bro. 55.
Double nickel.
Know what I mean? Thanks for fucking rocking with us. All the new subscribers with HWTV. Thank you, man. Like, share, and subscribe. We're getting any value out of the content, entertainment, any knowledge, anything, any inspiration, motivation, anything. Know what I mean? Even if you don't like us. Know what I mean? You're just like, I hate seeing these motherfuckers and I want to watch them just because I hate seeing them. Whatever it is, like, share, and subscribe, man. And we still thank you. Know what I mean? It's nothing but love because that's what the L stands for. But it's episode 55. I hope y'all enjoyed. I know we was gone for like 2 weeks. The Homeless in America. The little mini series we had, I said y'all was fucking with it, so thank you, you know what I mean? But and also the Diddy Meek allegations, you know what I mean? You wasn't on camera, there's a lot of things we going through, you know what I mean? The moves, this and that and third. I mean, I got a kid on the way, you know what I mean? So like a lot of things we doing, so we might be in and out, but we always gonna make it happen. Always gonna make it happen for y'all, man. But yeah, I hope I'm enjoying the episodes and thank y'all for enjoying the episodes and thank y'all for fucking with us. You know what I mean? Like ring the notification bells as well. Follow me on Instagram, Wes Hunt LG. Follow me on Instagram, Wes Hunt 718. Follow me on SoundCloud, Wes Hunt LG. We're gonna get right into this shit right here. This is the loneliness epidemic. It's supposed to be a loneliness epidemic going on, and I went a little more deeper in it, and I'm gonna break it down into a few other factors, like friendship. That's what part 1 is gonna be about. Romance. Can you be actually lonely in a romantic relationship with a partner? I mean, you're not by yourself. You still feel lonely. And also, the third part will be what's the benefits of being lonely. And for people that think there's benefits of being lonely, you'll be surprised. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get to this first video. This video is from Psych to Go. We got a few videos from a few episodes, and I fuck with Psych to Go's thing. I like the way they approach things, whether I agree with it or disagree with it, but it's a Psych to Go. Enjoy the video.
If you noticed you've been feeling down lately, check out these 6 signs to see if you are secretly lonely. Number 1, you're often bored. Do you often feel bored with nothing to do and no one to hang out with? Humans are social beings. Our brains are wired for social connection. We need people to talk to, have fun, and spend quality time with. People who give us emotional support and connection and make our days more fun. But if you don't have many friends, or if you're not close with the ones you have, you may start feeling bored. You spend your days alone, doing activities alone, eating alone, just scrolling through your phone mindlessly. In this case, the boredom you feel could actually mean you're feeling lonely. Number 2, you're jealous of others having fun. How do you feel when you see a group of friends hanging out outside, or when you see all those pictures on social media of people having fun? Are you indifferent? Or does it make you feel a tiny bit jealous? If yes, you should know that's totally fine. If you're feeling lonely and left out, it's normal that you wish you could spend time with others rather than being alone. And even if they don't talk about it, many others feel the same way. Number 3, you're taking long showers or baths. This may sound kind of weird because who doesn't love a nice warm shower or bubble bath after a long day? But if a nice stream of hot water brings you comfort that you can't find outside, it could be a sign of loneliness. A study published in 2012 in the journal Emotion found that the lonelier a person is, the more showers and baths they take, the hotter the water, and the longer they stay under the water. Researchers believe that the physical warmth that you feel from hot water may actually be a substitute for social warmth that you're lacking. But this finding can be used to your advantage. When there are no friends around, maybe you can feel a bit better with a nice cup of hot chocolate. Number 4, you have no one to turn to. Imagine this. You had a long, bad day. You finally get home, but your mind is still racing. You're feeling overwhelmed and want to get it off your chest. You take out your phone to call or text someone. Who do you call? If you're having trouble answering, on top of feeling stressed, you might be lonely too. Loneliness is not just about not having any friends, it's about not having a close friend. You can talk about work or school with your colleagues or chit-chat about the weather with your neighbor, but it's also important to have someone to turn to who can help you when you're feeling down. Not having someone like that in your life can make you feel lonely. Number 5, oversharing when someone's willing to listen. Another sign of loneliness could be oversharing. Do you talk quickly when you're having a conversation? Do you talk in great detail, sharing lots of personal stuff that you might feel bad afterwards for saying? The reason is simple. If you're lonely, you probably don't talk much or at all. You're left with all your thoughts and ideas and emotions, but there's no one to listen. So when you finally find someone to have a conversation with, you have so much to say, so much to make up for that it just comes out at once. And number 6, you keep buying and hoarding stuff. When we're little, we find comfort in our blankies and teddy bears. They give us a sense of security. But as we grow older, we learn to turn to people rather than stuffed animals. That is, if we don't feel lonely. If you are lonely, you may find yourself compulsively buying or hoarding items you don't really need, such as clothes, ornaments, and jewelry that can become a substitute for the company you're lacking. You feel like you don't have people to make you happy, so you seek happiness in material things and become emotionally attached to those items. According to a recent 2020 study, loneliness, hoarding, and object attachment are all associated with one another. Being attached to material objects might actually be an attempt to compensate for the loneliness you feel. If you're feeling lonely, know that there are some small steps you can take to try and help feel less lonely. The first is talking to someone and sharing your feelings. This can be a mental health professional if you don't feel like opening up to someone else in your life. You could also try engaging with others, maybe by volunteering, joining a sports club, or enrolling in language or art classes. Lastly, take care of your body. Since the body and mind are connected, drink enough water, get some sunlight, and exercise as much as you can.
That was Psych to Go. I mean, that was loneliness, feeling lonely, and this is 6 ways that you can realize you're feeling lonely or you feel lonely. But I'm gonna get right into it. So, what you think about that?
I agree. I agree to a certain point. I don't think you become jealous though. I think you might become envious because you're sitting there watching everybody have fun and you want to get into it and you want to have fun too and you're like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because you're so stuck to being alone and being by yourself. An epidemic or pandemic? What they said? Epidemic?
Epidemic.
I could see that. Because I know a lot of people, who are by themselves right now. So I would say, yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, and a lot of it is women. You know what I mean? So I would say, yeah, I don't know if it's an epidemic.
I got a question, but I'm just touching on the second low thing. I jotted out a few things that said you can be bored, and boredom is a form of loneliness, jealousy, long showers, oversharing, buying, hoarding, and you said lonely. Object attachment is all a form, and I agree with. I can see how boredom could be it because after
boredom do come with
jealousy. I see that.
I say it's envious, not jealousy.
I mean,
jealousy and envy is two different things.
I can see you jealous. You want to do. I don't think envious is that movie on that episode. Envious got to the envious the more extreme. That's step 2. Then you say it was hate. So I don't think it got to that yet. I think it can get to it. and you can start fucking me on some crazy shit from afar. But I think for most people, it's just like you just wish you could do it, and it's kind of slight it.
Okay. If you're gonna look at envious as being the extreme of jealousy, then yeah, okay. Then
oversharing, yes, I've experienced that.
Oversharing, oh yeah, when people give you too much information.
I know we're getting into struggle all the time because they don't know about that talk to. Yeah,
I go through that.
I've dealt with it. Sometimes I do it myself. You know what I mean, like buying and hoarding.
Yes.
He said yes. I don't really know how that would go.
Yes, because I know a lot of people who do a lot of buying shit for no reason.
Hoarding, I would say, buying attachment. That's what's cool.
Buying is hoarding.
Yeah,
because once you buy a whole bunch of pots and pans or knives, and I'm gonna show you a good example too in a minute. You buy a whole bunch of pots and knives or a bunch of CDs and music, a bunch of clothes you ain't never gonna wear, you won't go out that much. And a perfect example is that when I went by Pop Dukes to move his shit out, right? I'm moving the nigga shit out and I'm seeing tons of shit. I'm like, yeah, this nigga got box sets of knives. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm sitting there not even open. Like, what you got a box set of Ginsu knives for? Because I know why. He's Mr. Finger Hut. He gonna sit there bored by himself, lonely, and this, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy toaster ovens that ain't never been used.
All right, so here's the question. What would be the reason someone would have no friends, and what's the effects of that? What would be the reasons? You can name a couple of reasons, general reasons that people have no friends, or hard for them to have friends, or keep friends, or get friends, or attain friends. And what would be the effects of that afterwards? The fact that
to the person.
Oh yes, to the individual. What would be the reason they can't get a friend, and then what would be the effects of that? What would be the after effect of them?
I think we just discussed that when we was having our own private discussion about.
Yeah, talk for a second.
When we were discussing that whole shit with the Jay-Z and Dan that shit. I think your personality, you know what I'm saying? Your personality will stop you from accumulating friends. You know what I mean? Not saying that's a situation, I'm talking in general. So I'll say your personality and how you treat other people. You know what I mean? How you talk to other people, how you come across. If you ain't a very friendly person or a good person, like you said something the other day when we was building, you know what I'm saying? Me and you and Shorty was building. You said we very approachable people. People come up to us and tell us their personal problems, even and especially when we used to be out there grinding, people will tell us all their personal problems. So it's like that because we're personable. We don't, you know what I mean? When you that type of person, you're gonna attract people to, and you can make friends. When you anti-social, you have a nasty, and we know people, I'm not gonna even name them or give them any light, but when you anti-social, you nasty, and you don't know how to treat people. Even when you got people around you, they're trying to work with you, and you treat them like shit. Nobody want to be around you. And because of that, you become a very angry, because you know what I'm talking about, lonely person, always think somebody's out to get you, or everybody don't like you. You know,
that's the effects.
That's the effects.
So effects. So Jackson, what would be, before I answer the question, what would you say to the person that say, what about the people? Because I know a few people with bad dispositions, personality-wise, they still got people around, friends, or people that are close to people to chill with. What you call it? How did they still attain friends versus the ones that I know who you're talking about that nobody seems to stay around?
I'm gonna say like this, back to what we were saying again with we was talking about situation with Dan.
Yeah.
How was Dane able to still attain having friends like Cam and these people who still come around him and check him, and Kanye wasn't his other people? Because maybe he rubs these people the wrong way, but these people can understand him. But I think the other people who nobody want to come around, you are literally like the person we don't want to put no light on. If you think about that person's character, right? He has a little bit of a nasty attitude and shit like that, but that's not even what makes him not want to fuck with him. It's everything else that come with it.
It's a whole package.
It's the whole package. See, so you may be, I might come around you. I'm not saying you because you're far from like that. I come around you and I'm chilling with you. Damn, you putting my money. I could tolerate that. I'm a man. How another man feel and come across and yo, what the fuck you talking about? I could even tolerate that because I'm an alpha. Another alpha come across aggressive. I could tolerate that. But when you come across nasty, disgusting, can't appreciate it, belittling to other people, but not to me, because you know they never belittle nothing. Niggas like they'll belittle somebody like say a cat or people like that. It's people that feel less than them.
That's what makes it worse.
That makes nobody want to fuck with you, bro. Because look, if you standing from the outside, you see, damn, you treating that nigga that's close to you like that, Who wanna fuck with that? You seen it.
See, what would be the reason somebody have no friends? 4 reasons he just said, a lot of reasons. What would be the reason somebody else have no friends is, let me go, since he said all the other reasons of somebody having a bad disposition and basically being a, for lack of a better word, piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
Yeah, for lack of, I don't say they don't got no room to change or they have to, they're a piece of shit, but
yeah.
Right now, that's what you are. That's
piece of shit.
If it walks like a duck and cracks like a duck, fuck it. But on the other side, if somebody reason like somebody like more geekish, right? Because they probably have approach anxiety, probably maybe a little more socially awkward, antisocial. Maybe like they might be not no assholes, might be good guys, but no, they might see somebody like one play ball but too scared to approach it. Like, I got next, or you know what I mean? Because I know people like that too. You know what I mean? That is just socially awkward. Like I don't have to touch on all this stuff, but he basically said all the other things when it comes to the low frequency part of it. And I kind of feel like even being a geek or socially awkward is low frequency as well. It's not asshole.
That's a geek part.
Oh no, not geek part.
Being antisocial.
I'm saying geek
I said being antisocial.
In the negative sense of just like being socially awkward. Being smart and being a geek, I consider myself a geek. I consider myself a geek in a lot. There's nothing's wrong with being a fucking geek and being super smart. Geeks run the world. Geeks are the richest people on the planet.
But you said it best. When it makes you antisocial, that's the problem.
Antisocial, socially awkward, and it's not only problem because you got no friends. You're not gonna get no girls. It's gonna be hard for you to get like better, good jobs and raising jobs because you know work is competitive. So you never want to compete because you're always gonna be scared of altercations and confrontations. So that's also another reason somebody wants to have friends, and effects on that aspect. Because we already touched on the effects on the lower frequency, negative side of it. Is like I said, no growth. You remain in a child's mind or childlike mind for a long time. Not telling you what you learn. You might become smart in like metaphysics or fucking rocket science or whatever the case may be, but you'll still be a 16, 15-year-old when it comes to approaching a girl, or even not say I'm approaching a girl. Say if you're at a bar and like you're watching a game and there's people around you, you won't be able to you be feel aware, you won't be able to get into conversation, you won't be socially awkward for the rest of your fucking life. That same feeling you had in junior high school, you were a fucking adult, you driving a Tesla with a mansion, you still gonna be a fucking socially awkward nigga. So that's the effects of that. So loneliness, the reason I want to do this.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Do you think loneliness comes from insecurity? Do you think the person is so insecure and scared of rejection, not even from just females, from, yo, can I play with y'all? No. And they're so scared of that rejection that they become so antisocial, they end up being by themselves because of their insecurity.
I can see that even on the aspect.
Because I'm thinking about that. And I say that because I was, as you was talking, I remember you told me about your man, I don't remember his name, I think Felix, from school, and you was cool as hell with him, even though he wasn't the status quo of who you would fuck with, but he was a good person, and that still made you
my best friend.
And that still made and that still made you mess with him and hang with him because he was good. He didn't care about none of that thing. But what threw it off was how he started to act. But would you say that's his insecurity?
Definitely.
Now let me ask you a question: was he the type of person with a lot of friends?
In the beginning, no.
But when he started hanging with you, yeah. So let me ask you a question then. So do you think, knowing him, do you think his I'll say loneliness before you became his friend. I'm not trying to say, homie, that you was lonely enough before you met homie. But no pause on homo shit. But do you think,
if you watch this, you know those old facts, ain't you?
Do you think like before you and him start becoming cool, and you know what I'm saying, you started to do something around everybody, do you think that his loneliness was stemming from him being insecure to step out of his, like you just said, stepping out of your box?
Yeah, he's an introvert, super introvert.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And it wasn't like one of the niggas that wasn't fly. He always had the clothes, he had the money.
He did have the clothes.
Yeah, like he had the clothes, but he didn't know how to rock it. So I would tell him, like, he would have all the polo boots, or the fucking polo, leave out but he just, I'd be, yo, do this. I'd be, what you call that? Oh, tell your mom not to buy this one, buy this one. She doesn't spend much money on this one. He started doing this, like, it is nothing. Not because he didn't have a big brother. He was a big brother. He was the big brother, he had a little brother. I mean, and I had 3 big brothers. He had a father. He had a father. Yeah, he had a father. We were fathers, these on the corner store. Like in days when Spanish people, bodegas, it wasn't the ox, it was the Spanish people. His pops owned the corner store.
Talking about homeboy around the corner from us.
Oh, no. I'm talking about, it's just about Winter. Like his corner store or that side. So, yeah, so his pops always working out at corner stores. They always had a fucking store. So his pops, he wasn't twisted.
You already giving me some light.
He wasn't a super tough nigga. When I told him, he fought a few niggas and fucked the mugs up. And I'm talking about tough niggas. He's a bigger dude. So like once
he was a mama's boy.
Yeah, he was, definitely was. So it's like, he got, long story short, he kind of flipped on me. Think I was trying to with a girl and I wasn't. I was trying to save him. She was all laughing, but she told me basically everything because she really was on fucking wanted to fuck with me, and I tried to put him on. He basically played me for her.
You know, this also comes into the next topic. Can you be with somebody and still be lonely? This whole shit you're saying right here.
And that's the great segment. Now, before we go to part 2, you know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe, and notification bell as well. Like I say, if you haven't checked out Wolfmatic 2 yet, I know it's been a little bit, go check out Wolfmatic 2. Look out for C. Marie. I don't know the release date yet, but it's going to be in the spring or summertime. Check out Wolfmatic 2.
And then sit there and listen to the music and enjoy
go check
the music.
out all the music.
If you enjoy the podcast, the music is an extension of us on the podcast. Our beliefs and our status and what things we talk about here.
Chosen one shine bright.
Take the blue pill, you know what I mean?
Take the red pill, I mean, like you're not chosen. They're the same shit. There's a red pill music, it's chosen one music, it's high frequency music. Now I mean, got some stories to tell a little more about us. You know, heard about our stories or whatever loosely from the podcast. So if you want to hear a little more in depth in another artistic form, go check that shit out, man. Like so, and we got more music coming out for. But I appreciate all the support of everybody that's doing it. But the reason I want to make this loneliness because like the fact that they call it an epidemic is kind of real. And
I would agree because you know what they said, right? They said by 2030, there are going to be tons of unmarried and women without children. You understand what I'm saying? They said that's why people are buying so many dogs and everybody has so many dogs and shit right now because they're all insecure. I mean, not insecure, they by themselves, they're lonely. Yeah, right.
Kev's out with the statistic, but I was so, and I believe they took him out because he's waking up towards men. I don't give a fuck how he's doing it. Everybody I know, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know he's such much people. A lot of men, I'm talking about 80% of men I know who's on this nigga. And I mean, and he's talking a lot of women as well. So like, not Javi as masculine. He said that same thing. So look at the statistics of women becoming single in their 40s and 50s. All of them have pets. That's what all of them get.
And no
pets.
children.
No kids, pets. I mean, no man, no kids, pets.
You see, but
everything is not agenda based.
That's an agenda based.
That's an agenda. That's why they make y'all masculine, men feminine, give y'all more money. Yeah. It's all agenda based. Make y'all look down on us.
That's why we got the alphabet community going on. That's why all these.
That's what it's about.
Agenda based.
They give y'all higher wages than us, so y'all can look down on us doing this and that. Make y'all more masculine. Trust me, bro.
And you know what that's for? You know what that's for?
Because men don't like masculine bitches.
You know what that's for?
Or masculine women. No disrespect. Men do not like masculine women. So they are treating y'all.
Population control.
Guaranteed.
Population control.
And the alphabet boys about that.
Because when you die, you leave no offspring. Population control.
Yo, man, any last words on how a lonely person or somebody socially withdrawn or somebody just an asshole, I'm gonna say it, can get a friend quick, fast?
Well, somebody who's an asshole can't get a friend unless you stop being an asshole.
Unless you got money, you got fake friends.
You know what I mean? And then you gonna have fake friends.
Yeah, you got
now,
fake friends.
Somebody who's genuine looking to make friends, I'll tell you straight up like I was telling somebody the other night. Do you. Work on you. Work on who you are. If you like computers, take a courses in computers. Right? When you did, you might meet a friend. You know what I mean? This is how you meet people that's on the same frequency and wave you up. Like you said, stepping out your box. Doing something. Going outside. Take a walk in the park. Go to the museum. You know what I'm saying? You might meet a nice young lady. You might meet some people. Go to the park, play ball like you used to.
You gotta
you know
you gotta step outside your comfort zone. My advice is this: if you're an asshole, change. Because if you got people around you, most likely you got something they want for, and they're not really your friends. And if you're socially awkward, you gotta
change.
You gotta step outside your box. You gotta change. You gotta
can't
grow.
Stay in the house all day jerking off. You gotta meet a girl.
For real, like, and also, I'm not downgrading porn. Whoever want to do that, I did it. I watched porn for the review.
Ain't nothing wrong with porn, but you can't base your life on porn.
Porn is not how a real woman is. So for all the people that's watching porn and you think you be talking, who do, and they want this. You have to talk to a real woman, my nigga. You can be a deviant when you go out there thinking that's what real women want. That's what y'all do. Y'all stay in your fucking rooms and beat y'all cop and watch a whole bunch of porn and think y'all go outside.
Girls is like that.
Are you
girls in that porn? No, they're not.
Nah, they're actresses in that porn. They all
they get paid to act like that.
So, or if it's amateur porn, they both was willing to participate.
Yeah, and they having a good time.
That's what you want to get to.
You want to get to a willing participant, not with your hands. You know what I'm saying?
Stop taking matters in your own hands.
Men and women. It's okay once in a while. I ain't knocking.
Stop taking matters in your own hands.
But don't make your hands your girl. Don't make your hands your girl, your hands your man.
Don't wipe your hands.
Come on.
Don't wipe your hands to hug your hands.
Come on.
But this is the fucking episode 55 part 1. You know this is Rest and Just a motherfucking God, and we talk about everything on a high frequency. We do everything to help
demigods, nigga.
Else that's for love, and we damn sure demigods, half man, half motherfucking God, the righteous ones, the chosen ones stand right, shine bright, man. Choose the red pill. Part 2. Can you be lonely but not? You actually have somebody in a romantic relationship. Can you be lonely? Part 2. Stay tuned.